Yeah, that's a lot of gunk in there, guys. I don't really know. Hello, big boy. Alrighty guys, time to roll on to the E36 Barnfind motor. Got the car pretty much all unmasked over here. Still need to clean it up and wet stain that, but I'm gonna save that for another day. And today it's time to free this motor of being a drying rack and start figuring out exactly what it needs to be in the car and working properly. I do want to get like a fresh alternator and water pump and stuff like that while the motor's out of the car. But before I do all that, I'm going to take this chain off of it and pull all the coil packs, spark plugs, and we're going to do a compression check on it. This was a rebuilt motor by the previous owner of the car. He was going through tech school, so him and his instructor rebuilt the motor. I don't know the guy, so I'm not quite sure how well it was done. So I'm going to go ahead and do the compression check on it. That way we can know for sure, at least that the motor has compression, and it'll be good to go ahead and throw it into the car. It's really nice seeing the engine bay and the car all the same color and all looking nice. Like I said, there's still a bunch of just dust and stuff on it. I also need to go ahead and start putting in all the engine bay accessories like the brake booster. I think I'm actually going to paint the brake booster black just to give it a fresh new look. That way it'll match the fresh looking engine bay. Okay, so it's the next day. Got this beauty up on the stand. Just taking a look over what we have going on currently. I will be getting rid of the fan clutch because I'm going to run an electric fan. That will be coming off here shortly. I'm going to get a new alternator. I have a new power steering pump on order. I have a new tensioner on order because this one is, I think I'm going to leave the AC compressor just because I don't want to mess with it and they're kind of expensive. I'm about to go pick up a new water pump from O'Reilly's, or I have one laying around over here. This is a used one some guy gave me whenever I bought some parts through him. It's not terrible. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. He says it works. It does have a metal impeller. Unlike the O'Reilly's one, I believe that one has plastic. I'm going to take a look at the thermostat, make sure that's new. I want to replace all that stuff while I'm here and it's out of the car. It'll be so much easier. Got to get a serpentine belt and the AC compressor belt. And I believe the power steering pump pulley got actually broken. So I'm going to have to find another one. They're on eBay for like 20-25 bucks. I really don't want to spend 25 bucks on a little plastic pulley. So there is one of these in the salvage yard. I might just pull one off of that. Gonna snag those accessories and then we can get on to pulling all the coil packs and spark plugs and compression testing this motor. I'm interested to see the condition of it. I'm really hoping it turns out okay. If not, we're gonna have some more work on our hands. So, long story short, I was trying to get this fan clutch off, and it's reverse threaded. I've done this like 5 times on different E36s. However, this time this pulley in here decided to give up on life, and there's part of it there. That's not good! I'll have to get new pulleys set. Maybe I can get a nice aluminum set somewhere. But on the bright side, at least I can get my 10 mil in there and just take out the water pump directly and just forget about the clutch in general. These things are on there though. They just kind of get rusted on over the years. Oh, dude, is that from just water getting anything? Just pull the spark plug out, and down in the cylinder, it's pretty gunked up, and like you can see the top of the piston, and it's pretty rusted. So the previous owner rebuilt the motor, and he said it sat for like 2 years without even running. So I'm wondering if it's all just rusted in there, like he didn't oil it all properly. We're gonna throw the compression check in there, spin the crankshaft, see what happens, see what we got. Fingers crossed. Alright, so we didn't get very far with the compression check. It seemed like the motor just like stopped. I don't know. We've never done it by hand before. I'm going to bust the valve cover off, take a look at that, and then maybe we'll have to take the head off. Not super promising. Look at all that rust. And the bug, it's not what we want. He kind of rebuilt it. He just kind of halfway did it, it looks like. Alrighty guys, just pulled the head off the M52 and I must say that is a ton of rust. Supposedly this motor sat around for 2 years after being rebuilt, quote unquote, by some guy who quote unquote knew what he was doing. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a motor expert. This is literally like the second time I've ever pulled the head off of a car. I'm not sure if that's like repairable, as in you can like clean that out. I haven't touched it yet. I mean, the sidewalls aren't super like rigid, except for all the rust is at. That's tetanus. And then this looks pretty clean, but let me take this crappy head gasket off. Yeah, that's a lot of gunk in there. Guys, I don't really know. Oh goodness. That's a lot. Man, it's kind of rough. Right now I'm headed out to LKQ Salvage Yard. They have a 97 328i, so it is the M52. So the consensus with the motor I have is I'm not quite sure exactly what happened during the quote-unquote rebuild, but it doesn't really look like everything got 100% rebuilt or like resurfaced by a machine shop. It looks a little bit interesting. I'll go over that again later when I get back to the shop. I'm gonna go out here, take a look at this motor in the Salvage Yard and see exactly how it is. It's still in the car, so I'm gonna take out the spark plug, kind of look around, see how the condition is of that. If that motor is good, we might be going with that one, or I have a few other options, but like I said, I'll go over that here a little bit later. So made it at the Salvage Yard. This is a 540i. This is not the car we're here for, but taking a look at the V8, the big fat BMW V8. I'm not quite sure what power numbers these things make. It's not a ton, but it'd definitely be kind of a cool swap to swap into like a 3 Series of some sort. The car we're looking for should be around here somewhere. Here she is, 328. It's so sad to see these cars in salvage, but it does make me feel better because it is automatic. The motor is still here. Looks like some stuff's been torn off of it. Water pump, little crap. But I'm gonna go ahead and start busting off this cover and so we can see the spark plugs and hopefully the top of the cylinders. Just pulled the spark plug out. It looks pretty good, to be honest. It's an NGK Iridium. Looks like somebody's taking care of it. Pretty clean. I'm gonna keep doing a few more. But also taking a look at the interior to see the condition, and like this door panel is flawless. The driver's seat is not bad at all. Passenger seat's obviously not bad. Steering wheel's not terrible. So like that's another way to kind of tell the mileage on one of these Salvage Yard cars. Since the battery's not on, obviously. This has a little bit of wear on it. I don't know. It doesn't really look like a 250,000 mile car, or maybe that was just like a stock number or something, but all right, here's the inside of the valve cover. Doesn't look too bad, honestly. I'm not too concerned about it. There's a little bit of scoring, but not too bad. But other than that, it looks pretty clean overall. A lot better than my motor. And I noticed on my motor, I didn't even have a timing chain guide down in here. I don't know, this is not a horrible option, to be honest. Looks like the valve cover gasket's been replaced. Like, it's been maintained pretty well, even if it has 250,000 miles on it. And I do go with this one. It would be a good platform to rebuild because I know it's completely all here instead of the one that I have that was rebuilt and definitely taken apart. I know this one was running at the time that this car ended up here, most likely, and I know it's all complete, so I don't know. I'm gonna think about it and maybe come back tomorrow. We might have to pull it. Alrighty guys, day 2 of the Salvage Yard. Andy's out here helping me pull this 328i motor. We got the weird crane thingy going. I think we got everything free. It's a rainy day today, so I'm absolutely soaked. We're gonna hook it up, start yanking on it, see how it comes. We've only been out here for what, like an hour or so? Not too long. Hopefully we can get it out pretty soon. Alright, the engine's out of the car. Time to pull this dumb automatic off and we can take that beauty home. Alright, well, this is the new Salvage Yard motor. Picked this up to salvage this morning. You saw it on the GoPro. Just got back to the shop with it. I ended up just cutting everything and just made it so much quicker and easier with it all. And I'm just going to reuse a lot of the stuff anyways off the other motor I have for the most part. It's good to have a complete engine. Now I'm going to go ahead and just drop it off here at the shop. We can wrap this up. Finally got this thing home, all safe and sound on the ground finally. This thing's been through a lot today. That was my first time pulling a motor in a salvage yard, and honestly it wasn't too bad. It took about 3 hours from whenever we got there to whenever we were leaving. The hardest part was getting the motor just like kind of hoisted up on the thing, and then getting it from the yard to like where you pay, and then from where you pay to another hoist. I didn't really like the way they were doing it. We got it all taken care of. Now jumping back to the other motor, I had this thing soaking in this this stuff right here, which is like evapor rust. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Pretty much what it does, you just let it sit in the cylinders and it eats away at the rust or whatever, it cleans it off. So now I can spin the crank. Before it was hitting the rust and literally just stopping. Most of it's gone. It's not all gone. Definitely a lot cleaner than it was. Kind of the plan with the engines is I am going to keep this one. I might rebuild this at some point for some sort of project, but that's the motor that's going to be going in the Barnfind after I get the engine bay all sorted and ready for the engine. I do have a transmission sitting in the back. It came with the car. Hopefully it's not crap too, like this motor. This might be a salvageable motor. I'm not quite sure. But I'm not really going to take a chance on it right now, just in the condition that it's in. And it was like missing a couple things whenever I was taking the head off. I was like, didn't really have high hopes for it. And just a bunch of little stuff. So I think it's better off just to go with a 100% complete one that I know it's all there, drop it in, get it going, and then we can work with this some other day. Alrighty guys, the giveaway for this episode is whatever I have on the screen right here. I haven't quite decided what it is yet. I'm going to take, I think, an Instagram poll or a YouTube poll and give you guys a couple options. So just like before, all you gotta do is comment down below. Tell me what you think of the motors. Do you think I should have saved that one, or do you think I'm doing the right thing going with the salvage yard motor? I did have a live stream talking kind of about the engines and kind of which way I was gonna go. So if you hopped on that, shout out to you guys. Make sure you keep an eye out for any more live streams coming on in the future. A winner will be chosen 1 week from the day that this video is posted. I'll be going YouTube live. Select a random comment via random comment generator, and that will be the winner. If you're in the United States, I'll ship the item out to you, and if you're not, I will email you a gift card or whatnot to eBay or the site directly, so you can figure out shipping yourself. That just kind of makes it fair, because I know I have a lot of viewers that are not in the United States, and I want to definitely include you guys too. Like I always say, it's not a sponsored video, just a little something to say thank you for you guys and all the support you guys show me. I'm really looking forward to the Barnfind build. I'm super excited about this. We just gotta take it one step at a time here. So we'll get that motor all situated and get it in the car. I think there should be one more video before that. I'm hoping to shoot it tomorrow. I know you guys really like it. I'm looking forward to it. So that is gonna do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps a lot more people find the series and the channel. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching again. I'll catch you guys in the next one.